ask that question. Put it in writing when you ask it.
I see three. It's 116 at Hy-Vee, 116 at Mariners, and 116 at Blackjack.
Okay, oh yeah, there it is.
We ready, Madam Clerk?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. We'll go ahead and call this regular meeting of the East Peoria City Council to order. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Decker.
Here.
Hill.
Here.
Mingus.
Here.
Sutherland.
Here.
Mayor Call.
Here.
All present, Your Honor.
Thank you. Please rise for the invocation. Remain standing for the pledge.
Shall we pray? Heavenly Father, thank you for this day and every day that you give us. We thank you for bringing everyone together today for this meeting. We ask for your guidance as we discuss important matters and make decisions that will impact our community. Help us be respectful, open-minded, and collaborative in our discussions, and grant us wisdom to find solutions that will benefit all. May your presence be felt in this room as we work together for the betterment of our community. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Approval of the minutes, please.
Mr. Mayor, I move that the minutes of the regular meeting held on July 15, 2025 be approved as printed.
May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Decker. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call.
Commissioner Decker.
Aye.
Hill.
Aye.
Mingus.
Aye.
Sutherland.
Aye.
Mayor Call.
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you. Motion carried. Under communications, it's that time of year. It's duck race time. We have in the audience tonight Kelsey Young. She's representing the Center for Prevention of Abuse. And I have a proclamation. Whereas 1 out of 4 women will be abused or assaulted in her lifetime, 1 out of 13 seniors will be abused, neglected, or exploited in his or her lifetime, 1 out of 3 girls and 1 out of 5 boys will be abused before their 18th birthday, 1 out of 3 students will witness or experience bullying. And whereas the Center for Prevention of Abuse has served residents of East Peoria since 1976, providing safety and support to victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, human trafficking, and elder abuse. And whereas the center has provided prevention education to East Peoria students of all ages since 1984, focusing on body safety, conflict resolution, anti-bullying, and building healthy relationships. And whereas the annual duck race is a major fundraiser for the Center for Prevention of Abuse and is celebrating its 37th anniversary on August 23rd, 2025. We are grateful that we can once again excite at watching the ducks race to the bottom of the hill for such a worthy cause. And now, therefore, I, John P. Call, Mayor of the City of East Peoria, Illinois, do hereby proclaim August 2025 as Duck Race Month in East Peoria, Illinois, and invite all residents to buy a duck and support the 37th annual duck race in order to maintain the needed services and programming of the Center for Prevention of Abuse. Kelsey, I'm going to present this to you, and then we're going to open the floor so you can tout all the amazing stuff you guys do.
Thank you so much. Yeah, feel free. Yeah. I won't take too much time. I really just want to say thank you to Mayor Call and the City Council for this wonderful recognition. We love this every year, and it's a great thing we're able to promote with the City of East Peoria. Your support through the years has truly been vital to the work we do at the Center for Prevention of Abuse, where you know our mission is to help all people live free from violence and abuse. So thank you for that. I also want to thank city staff, the entire city staff, Eastside Center, the fire and police departments, the Chamber of Commerce, for the amazing support that they give and you all give to ensure a great duck race. This is actually year 10 now, so 10th anniversary of the duck race moving to East Peoria, and we can say proudly that if that didn't happen, there'd be no duck race. So thank you all so much. We hope everyone can come out on August 23rd at 1 p.m. to see those 35,000 ducks race down the giant water slide. And there's still ducks available, so duckracepeoria.com is where people can buy ducks. But thank you all, truly. It's really special, and we appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Kelsey. And just so you know, you're not obligated to stay for the boring stuff, but in all seriousness, we greatly appreciate the organization, and they do some amazing work. As part of the Mayor's Association, we've had Carol and her team come present, and there's a lot of municipalities they offer training for, like human trafficking is a big issue. But they train a lot of police and fire departments, hotels, you name it. But we appreciate the work you do, and that's such a great event. And I think this year it's at 11 in the morning.
The fun starts at 11 with all the activities, and 1 for the race.
Yes. So,
thank you.
All right, thank you, Kelsey. Appreciate it. Okay, public comment. Anyone wish to address the council on an agenda item? If you wish to speak, please come forward. Okay. Oh, there we go. Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Jacob Clark. I'm the Director of Worship and Communications at Crosspoint Church in East Peoria. I'd like to address the council on agenda item 10.1, the approval of ordinance number 4865, the special use permit for ground mount solar on the property of the church, which I work for. Very briefly, I just wanted to add to the record one provision that was not present at the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting that was last month. There is a provision in the church property deeds, I believe, that only allows the sanctuary parcel. So there's 2 parcels of land that the church is on, and there is a provision in the deed of sale that the church got when they merged with another church on the property, that church building and its grounds cannot be sold unless it's to another church. Otherwise, the property reverts to the family that founded the original church, which I believe was Pleasant Hill Mennonite Church. This is not I just want to add that detail in there to make sure that the council is aware that we're not looking to leave the property at any time soon. That we are seeking to amplify our efforts. This is not something that we're not going to be leaving and abandoning anytime soon, Lord willing. So That was all.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Anyone else wish to address the council? Nope, seeing no one. Very good. Commissioner Hill, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, I move to adopt a consent agenda consisting of items numbered 1 and 2. Item number 1, adoption of resolution number 2526-042, resolution to approve payment of the scheduled bills listed on schedule number 6 in the amount of $1,995,487.23. Item number 2, adoption of resolution number 2526-033, on its second reading, resolution authorizing the purchase of a new 2-post vehicle lift for the Public Works Garage from Illinois Oil Marketing Equipment, Inc., as listed on the agenda for this meeting to be considered by omnibus vote.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Decker. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I move you that items numbered 1 and 2 listed on the consent agenda be hereby approved and adopted. And item number 2, having been read once by its title and having laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection, be adopted as presented.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Mingus. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you, motion carried.
Mr. Mayor, I have a couple items tonight. So, Mr. Mayor, I move you that ordinance number 4865 here to attach an ordinance authorizing a special use for ground mount solar on property located at 304 South Pleasant Hill Road in the city of East Peoria, Tazewell County, Illinois, be accepted on its first reading as read by its title and be laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Mingus.
Okay. Well, if you looked at this information, the old Pleasant Hill School, as a lot of us old townies remember it as, and then it subsequently became a church. The ask coming from the church, actually coming on, there's a Yvonne Long of Hawk at Tolo, is looking to put a ground mount solar panel series of panels on the ground. And the reason you might have saw that the ask was, why not the roof? Well, anytime you go to mount them on the roof, there's an evaluation of the roof. There was a question whether the roof would be sufficient to hold the units in their lifetime, and the agreement here between the church and the solar panel provider is 15 years. And so that led to the next part of the conversation of going to the Zoning Board of Appeals for looking for the special use. They had listened to the case, and they voted 6-0, so unanimous, to approve it based on one condition, and that condition being that screening, natural screening of some type, whether it be evergreens or otherwise, be put on the south facing. So in order to block the view of those panels from the homes that run along Bloomington Road. So we have that in front of you tonight. Recommendation from the Zoning Board of Appeals is for approval with the condition of screening so that the residences along Bloomington do not see it. And so I support that tonight, and that's a recommendation in front of you from the ZBA.
Very good. Any discussion?
Mayor, I'd like to say this has been something that's been weighing on me quite a bit. I live close to that property. I like the church. I've been there, but I have serious concerns. I had a couple neighbors reach out to me. There is the question of visibility, and so I went and looked. There is a berm in front of it. That berm does not come up very high, probably 3.5 foot, maybe a little bit long or higher, 4 feet. But I felt a little better with the shading that's going to be placed there. However, there still are neighbor concerns and also property values of neighbors. I don't know that that's legitimate, but if I was a neighbor and I was getting ready to sell my house and property value was brought up, I would hope the city council would take that into consideration. So there are some other concerns I have that are easily mitigated, but I believe that enough of the neighbors have spoken to me and asked me to not support it. So that's the direction I'm going to go.
Very good, Commissioner. Any other discussion?
Quick question, Your Honor. I'm looking at it on Google Maps right now. So the church has 2 buildings, the old Pleasant Hill School, and then the structure across the parking lot. The panels would go in the green space along Bloomington Road, closer to what I'm assuming is, I'm trying to picture, I can picture the school, I can't picture the church building, but in that parking lot, is that where those panels would go? Or not parking lot, the green space there?
Green space behind the school.
Behind the
Parking lot.
school,
Yeah,
along
all-
Pleasant Hill Road?
Yeah, let me,
Where like the old baseball
it's right here,
diamond backstop
Yep.
was
Yep.
in that.
So along Bloomington Road?
Yeah, it used to be a
No.
baseball field.
well,
if
if
I
you,
remember.
let's see, I'm looking at the let me show you I can pass maybe down what I have in front of, in the packet. Because oh, you guys,
This is what I have.
I was trying to get the
Yeah,
aerial.
this
Here,
must be the
look at-
field.
because it's going to be a long
Yeah,
Yeah, I see that now.
aerial.
see where the parking lot's at?
Yep. I've got it right. Okay, I see. Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion?
Yeah, I'm gonna hop in. I watched the video of the request to the zoning, and there's a couple, two or three things that I have a problem with, and that is if you put it on top of the school roof should hold it, even though it may be necessary to bring it up to date and code, and but it is a storm shelter building, I do believe. So I mean, as far as holding that, and I'm not an engineer either, but I do have a problem with. I have some property, and the solar people came and approached me. And they said, listen, Mike, at the end of the contract, we're going to come back and take the solar panels out and put your ground back to the way it was. And I said, are you going to put the money in escrow to do that with? And he looked at me and kind of smirked. He said, no. So I kind of figured, this is just me thinking in my mind, that a company that is going to positively take the solar panels out after 20 or 25 or 30 years, if they file bankruptcy in between now and then, who's going to do it except for the homeowner or the owner of the building? And a church doesn't have a lot of money to do this, and I think that they would be putting themselves in a tenuous position on any solar panel north of the Mason-Dixon line. And I think it has to do with what people have to look at, and I didn't get any phone calls. But I did drive up there, and I did stop, and I did look, and I don't see how you can't see them because the berm isn't that big. And I understand that you plant plants and arborvitae and stuff like that helps out the situation. I do understand that. But it's not a business. They don't pay any taxes. It's a church. And I have a problem with everything lumped up in to me saying it's okay.
Okay. Well, I'm going to weigh in. So just to give everybody kind of an idea of why this had to go in a special use process to begin with, the council set up an ordinance to allow a process like this for ground installation to give people an opportunity to weigh in. And I personally did hear from 3 property owners that are neighboring properties that have objections to this for a couple reasons. One, that they would have to stare at it. These are 2-story houses. And secondly, they are concerned about the effects it would have on their property values. And I know there's arguments either way, but part of this process is to allow the people that are most affected to weigh in on it. And for that reason, I personally will not be supporting it. So that's where we're at. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
No.
Hill?
Yes.
Mingus?
No.
Sutherland?
No.
Mayor Call?
No.
I have 4 noes and 1 aye, Your Honor.
Very good. Motion fails.
Be it resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria, Illinois, that resolution number 2526-039, resolution approving agreement for bus benches situated on city right-of-way at bus stops located in the City of East Peoria be approved. Mr. Mayor, I move you that this resolution number 2526-039 be accepted on its first reading as read by its title and be laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Decker.
What we have in front of us, we've had a long-standing relationship with actually Courtesy Bench Group. But since the 70s, we've had bus service within East Peoria. And part of that bus service is that we provided stops. We have benches along these routes. Our agreement with Courtesy Bench Group had expired at the end of last year. And so we decided to see if there was interest out in the community or out in the business that wanted to look at this bench agreement. So we threw out an RFP, and whether there was others interested or not, Courtesy Bench was the only one that responded. So what we have in front of us today is an updated bench agreement with Courtesy, and it outlines, if you looked at it, it outlines everything from the size and dimensions, and probably more importantly, the maintenance and the care around those locations. The number of locations, I think, is no more than 65, and I'm not sure what we have today, if we even have anything remote to that. But again, this is the agreement that says that. This agreement would go from September 1st of 25, 5-year term, so it would go out through August 31st of 29. There is as part of this agreement, the city is paid roughly $70 a bench from the provider that wins this. And again, there's some stipulations on what can be advertised on those benches. So it's a well thought out plan. The only one to respond to Courtesy Bench Group. So this is a 5-year agreement with the company that we've been with for many years, and even I think it's changed ownership in the years that we've had an agreement with Courtesy Bench. So that's what's in front of us today, a full-blown plan for the benches along our bus route.
Yeah, and I think it's important to note, and some people may have noticed some East Peoria trash receptacles placed by some of the busier bus benches. Part of what I asked Ty to do, and it was included in this RFP, was to add receptacles because, as we all know, people that ride the bus, they tend to leave their garbage behind on the benches, and it's a reflection of our community. So I was pretty adamant it's time to start hopefully holding them responsible. There's no excuse if you have a trash receptacle next to the bench not to throw your garbage away before you get on the bus. So we've already placed some of those around. But I just wanted to note that's included in this agreement. So
As far as the receptacles, but there is something about their responsibility to pick up
to
stuff
pick it up,
around.
to pick it
Yeah,
up.
okay.
But we're making it easier by being a good partner, and we've placed some receptacles out at the busier ones where we've known there's a lot of trash left behind. So trying to clean up the community. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting, aye, Your Honor.
Thank you, motion carried. Is that it, Commissioner?
Oh, yes. Mr. Mayor, that will be it for me tonight.
You're not used to that.
Yeah.
Commissioner Decker.
I think I have the most tonight, Mayor. Resolution
Hey,
number,
we're equal opportunity around here.
resolution number 2526-035. Be it resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria, Illinois, the resolution number 2526-035, resolution approving an agreement between the City of East Peoria and Teamsters Local Union number 627 for the Department of Public Works for a 3-year term commencing on July 1st, 2025 and terminating on June 30th, 2028 be approved. Mr. Mayor, I move you that this resolution number 2526-035 be accepted on its first reading as read by its title, be laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection.
May I have a second, please?
Yes.
Thank you, Commissioner Sutherland.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Commissioner
you did.
Sutherland.
Just not used to saying that after a second. Had to think about it for a minute.
This is a good thing. We finished our firefighters contract not long ago, and it's nice to get this one out of the way as well. I'll go into a couple of particulars. It's a 3-year term. The wage increases are 3%, 2.5%, 2.5%. I believe there's language in there about some, the introduction of comp time. I can't remember what that cap is, Mayor. But what I appreciate about this is the working together. I tell you what, all of our city services, but Public Works, the men and women of Public Works do an exceptional job. And sometimes you may not think much about them, but when you have a problem, they are the only ones that can fix your problem. Whether it's taking care of the water system, sewer system, or the streets. I mean, we are known in Central Illinois, our crews are, of doing an extremely good job on our roadways in snowy conditions. East Peoria is not an easy town to snowplow. We have a lot of hills and a lot of long stretches, and I think when I first ran for city council, we had 131 lane miles of road, and I know we have quite a few more now. But they do an exceptional job. They get out early in the morning, and they work very hard and do a great job. There are few communities, I don't know of any others, that your garbage service is tied in with your taxes. Most communities charge a separate charge for that, very expensive separate charge. You have to contract with Waste Management or somebody else, but this is contained in our services for the city. So very happy to get this done, happy that it was a friendly negotiation and we can bring it to rest.
Very good. Any discussion?
Yeah.
Commissioner?
I would like to, I went to the first meeting to do with this, and I was out of town for the next one, and in that interim, I just want to give kudos to Brett Tucker and Cord Chrysler and Mayor Call, because for me anyhow, they carried it across the finish line, and I think it was a decent contract all the way around.
Yeah, very good. Any other discussion? Just like to thank the Teamsters as well, local union number 627. This set of negotiations, we got a late jump because this is retroactive. This 3-year agreement runs from July 1 of this year through June 30th of 2028. So we kind of started late to have a new BA, but this set of negotiations was very amicable. Everybody worked very well together and got things done in short order. So I'd like to thank all the parties for making this happen here, and appreciate the support of the council this evening. That roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you. Motion carried.
Next, Mayor, resolution number 2526-040. Be it resolved by the council of the city of East Peoria, Illinois, the resolution number 2526-040, resolution authorizing the city of East Peoria to enter into an agreement with IDOT for replacement and update of video detection systems for traffic signals for Route 116 intersections and related funding appropriation be approved. Mr. Mayor, I move you that this resolution number 2526-040 be accepted on its first reading as read by its title and be laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Mingus.
Thank you, Commissioner Mingus. This is for the replacement, the replacement of 3. Actually, I'll say which ones those are. Highview, Blackjack, and Mariners Way. Replacing the detection system is what helps to change the lights. Many of you know that when you come up to an intersection, you'll see that little like half circle on the road. That it's we're getting away from that. It's a much better system and allows for more efficient movement of the traffic. So just as soon as one vehicle pulls up, it doesn't change the lights. It's based on a much more complex system than that. So I'm happy that they are doing this. And let's see, the city's portion is $5,211, and then I think the total construction cost is $38,870.
Yeah, we pay a small snippet, so some people may wonder for $5,211. Why is this on the floor? It's a requirement. It's a joint funding agreement with the NIDOT project, so. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you, motion carried.
My last agenda item is resolution number 2526-041, be it resolved by the council, City of East Peoria, Illinois. The resolution number 2526-041, resolution authorizing the City of East Peoria enter into an agreement with IDOT for reconstruction of the Cedar Street Extension Bridge and interchange with Illinois Route 116 and U.S. Route 24. Related funding appropriation be approved. Mr. Mayor, I move you that this resolution number 2526-041 be accepted on its first reading as read by its title and be laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Mingus.
Thank you, Mr. Mingus. This is the work that's being done on the Cedar Street extension, and I will say that if my understanding is correct, and Mayor, you can maybe fill in the gaps here, that this is one of those agreements that the work is being done and that we take over maintenance in the future. It's not something that we want to happen, where we take responsibility, but I think in this case it is necessary. Would you agree, Mayor?
Yeah, but I mean, this has nothing to do with us taking over the maintenance. This is just our portion of the extension and some of the improvements that fall within our purview. Once again, it's going to be kind of a shared, this is just a joint funding agreement. I think our share is $47,603.
603, yes.
And this is tied into that Cedar Street extension. I think they go out for what they call letting in fall. So we've got to get this in order. But this is just our share of some of the costs that are attributed to our portion of it.
So may I ask, are we on the hook for the maintenance of this?
No, that's
No.
what I'm saying. I'm not.
Because I know the walking path, we went against the walking path because
Right.
of the maintenance thing.
Yes.
Why in the hell would I want to be
No, this is
maintaining
just,
ramps
no,
and bridges?
no, that's completely separate. That's not what's in front of us.
That's my mistake. This
Yeah.
came from a conversation I had earlier today, so I meant to talk with the mayor before the
Yeah.
meeting about that, so.
No
So
problem.
is this the reworking of the ramps that they have not done yet? The ones-
Yes,
Yes.
it's the one that extends out and drops onto Main Street.
Yeah. Yeah, again, I thought they were gonna do it this year, not let the project, but.
Yeah, they fell a little bit behind schedule on this whole project.
Well, this is affecting my department also, and it's going to, I don't know what the final bid is going to be, but it's well over $100,000 to reline the sewer that goes underneath of where they decided to work on this highway. And that we're not getting any help from them. We even asked for help. When we were paying for the relining of the sewer, we were asking for barricades to where when we knew they were going to have barricades up to where we didn't have to pay thousands of dollars for traffic control, and we were we're pulling teeth with that. So they're no help. The state's no help. Not in my book.
Okay, any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you, motion carried.
That's all I have right now, Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner Decker. Commissioner Sutherland.
Okay, I guess I just make this a trifecta. I have 3 items in front of me, Your Honor, and I don't like not a one of them. Not a one do I like, because we are driven down this rabbit hole by the EPA, IEPA, that they make all these rules, they don't have any funding for us, and we have to fund this. And I'm going to do this real quick. I did a little bit of quick math, Mike's math, okay? I know there's businesses out there, but I just went an easy deal that tonight, on the agenda tonight, that we have about 6,000 houses in East Peoria, give or take. I'm not being precise here. These here items that are in front of me, these 6,000 houses, out of their yearly bill, $300 out of each house would go to pay what I'm about ready to talk about. And it's a lot of money. It's over $300,000 in fees that we have to pay to the IEPA. Okay, here we go. Be it resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria that the resolution number 2526-036, resolution approving the payment of the IEPA National Pollution Discharge Elimination System annual fees for wastewater treatment discharge for plant number 1 from July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026 be approved. Mr. Mayor, I move you that this resolution number 2526-036 be accepted on its first reading as read by its title and laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Decker.
Okay, this here little thing that I just read off is going to cost all of us $32,500 to make the IEPA happy with paperwork. It didn't buy us nothing, not a widget, not a pound of chemicals, nothing to help us out. It's all paperwork. I'm done.
Yeah, this one, just for matter of record, is a fee that's charged annually that's required by the IEPA for the city to discharge treated water into the river. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you, motion carried.
The second item I want to bring up, be it resolved by the Council of the City of East Peoria, Illinois, that resolution number 2526-037, a resolution accepting proposal from Fair Graham and Associates, LLC, for engineering services for a new chemical storage system project at wastewater plant number 1 be approved. Mr. Mayor, I move you that this resolution 2526-037 be accepted on its first reading as read by its title and laid on the table for no less than 1 week for public inspection.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Mingus.
Now, this has to do with the engineering of one of our water treatment plants, and it does need to be fixed because of the PFAS stuff and the way that we have to clean our waters now. It's above the old way. I get it. I understand. But this is costing us for paperwork and design and engineering. And a lot of this has to do with the rules and regulations that the EPA, so this $190,000 that I'm asking this council to vote on should be substantially less than $190,000 if it wasn't for the EPA demanding things that's common sense to begin with. I'm done.
Okay, so for matter of record, what he was referring to is this wastewater treatment plant 1. It's the chemical storage and tank platform design and observation. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you, motion carried.
My last thing that I need to bring to your approval is approval of resolution number 2526-038, a resolution accepting a proposal from TWM Inc. for NPDES permit program requirements projects at wastewater treatment plant 1 and 3 to be laid on the table for no less than 1 week.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Decker.
Okay. This here is more paperwork that we have to get an engineer to do because of they have inquiring minds, and I understand that they have inquiring minds about how fit our water is or isn't. But I think that the state has a way deeper billfold than we do for them unelected officials to come up with something that we have to do entirety. We have to build the platform for this paperwork, and next year it'll be cheaper, and the year after it'll be cheaper. But the point is, this is $109,500, and we've been getting by for years without it. And I understand if they want to do this, then put your money where your mouth is and pay for it yourself if you're asking for it. I'm done.
And the only other thing I need to add is we sought solicited bids from 3 firms. We received 2, with TWM being the lowest at $109,500. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you, motion carried.
That's all I have tonight.
Very good. Public comments. Anyone in the audience wish to address the council on a non-agenda item, please step forward.
I just want to ask the city of East Peoria for your help.
Okay.
Let me explain. 2 years ago, I sold my house on Meadow Avenue. And John, you know the house.
Yeah. Yep.
It was a glass house.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I sold that 2 years ago. I bought a smaller home in East Peoria on Ember Lane. I spent the past 2 years dealing with our tax people in Pekin, and I'm getting nowhere. The assessed value on the house on Meadows was $68,000. I was paying $1,100 a year on taxes. The house where I'm at has an assessed value of $32,000. My yearly taxes are $2,300 a year. I have a smaller house, less usable property. I had the tax assessor reassess it last year. He did drop it, but the people in Pekin totally ignored it. Their comment is, I live in a better area. I know East Peoria took care of Meadows, especially around East Side Center. Where I'm at is not any better than what Meadows was at that time. I want to know if the city of East Peoria can start enforcing codes to make that area look better.
Is this up off of East Washington? Is that where you're at?
Right up at the top of the hill.
Yeah.
The problem apartments up there that was supposed to be bulldozed a year ago last spring, which are still there.
Yeah.
They took down one of the garages and the connecting piece that connected the two. The other one needs to come down also, along with the 2 apartment buildings.
Yeah.
Or they need to be brought up to code and the property be taken care of properly. Because all that's doing is driving my property value down. I can deal with paying the higher taxes. Not that I want to, but I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
I'd like to get the area to at least look better than where I was living. I want to know if you can help with getting your code people up there and start issuing tickets or whatever you have to do.
Commissioner, I'll let you speak to that.
We can look at the property. Now, I'm not aware of any open cases. I was involved or very knowledgeable of the demolition of the garage that had
And there's still a pile of debris there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
When was it demoed, sir?
And you know, the cracks in the concrete that were on the garage or under the garage has got weeds 4 feet tall growing out of it. Nobody's doing anything about it.
We'll send our folks up there to take a look at it. Is that the only property in question, or just
Well,
the area in general?
I mean, I can't say much about the others. I mean, 100 Ember Lane needs a garage door, and the wood on the house needs to be painted. I have an 107, he keeps telling me he's gonna tear down the garage. It's between our two houses. He hasn't done that yet. It needs to come down. But
Yeah.
it's just, you know,
I could tell you're frustrated. We'll talk to staff in the morning, and then we'll send somebody up to
I
take a
mean, you know,
look.
I mean, if they want to come down to my house and talk to me where I can point things out for them, I'd be more than happy to.
Paul, what's your address?
It's 105
Okay.
Ember Lane.
All right.
I'd appreciate any help I can get.
Sure.
I take care of my property. I
I know.
expect everybody else to take care of theirs.
I know you do, sir. Okay. Very good. Well, thank you for sitting through the meeting and waiting to tell us that. So-
Well, I've never been to a council meeting. I
Yeah.
wanted to see what.
Well, now you got to witness it, so we like having an audience once in a while, so
Well,
thank
hey,
you for being here.
even if it's one person. Huh?
Yeah. All right,
Well,
Paul.
thank you for
Yeah.
listening to me.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for being here. Very good. All right. Comments from the council. Commissioner Decker.
Yeah, before I get into my last item, I will say that I know I've received many comments over the past few years about a few properties on Meadows Avenue I know this is different than what the gentleman was referring to. It's referring to the area that he used to live in, but there are some homes along that stretch that have, I know our code people have worked on trying to make some changes and have been met with quite a bit of frustration. But I just hope that we're able to stay on and do as much as we can. It is frustrating because the city should be able to, you would think, just force things to happen. However, we follow the law, and it can be a lengthy process sometimes. I'm not trying to make excuses because I've been just as frustrated, looking at some of those. And I know that the code people do what they are supposed to do, and it feels like you're just beating your head against the wall for various reasons. And I'm not an expert at it, so I'm not going to talk about details, but it is frustrating. Mayor, I have one more item for an executive session for tonight. Mr. Mayor, I move that a closed meeting or session be held of the City Council be held at the conclusion of this regular meeting to discuss the following matter or matters according to exceptions provided in the Open Meetings Act 5 ILCS 121 and specified as follows. Section 2C1, the employment, appointment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body or legal counsel for the public body, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee of the public body or against legal counsel for the public body to determine its validity.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Mangus. Any discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting aye, Your Honor.
Thank you. Motion carried.
That is
Anything else?
all I have,
All
Mayor.
right. Commissioner Hill.
Yeah, a couple of things now that we've brought the code enforcement. As people may or may not know, code enforcement falls under my department. And it is a challenge, as Commissioner Decker has pointed out, that often we, go through the process. Some of that process begins with notification, and as it progresses without compliance, you can get to a place where, you end up taking the resident to court and may or may not get a decision. And even if the property is brought into compliance, and some of those properties on Meadow are reoccurring issues where we visit them, we cite them, we go round and round. They might come into compliance or get enough into compliance. And I know the residents going by don't see that. They don't see any of that activity. And it is, I'll say, troublesome, bothersome over time. And I've just had a conversation last week with our code enforcement folks, staff, and specifically addressed needing to revisit and find applicable actions that we can do in that Meadow corridor. Now, this gentleman today. I'm also familiar with that property. We've, to my knowledge, there's not a demolition order in for that building. We have taken down over the years, and maybe since I've been in office, there was there's one section of building remaining, and there was one that ran along the property line. That was taken down years ago. And the garage was an issue, and we were, in steps. And so, not to reveal too much, but it was demolished. It actually, a storm maybe helped expedite that. A branch fell on it, caving in the roof. So we are constantly, but we're welcome for residents to, send in, let us know. Again, I'm not aware of any active incidences at the property that's been talked about here up on East Washington or up on Washington right at this moment. So we will look into it. Again, it can be, and I hear more about the one particular property on Meadow more than any others, and but there's three of them that are that have our attention, and some of them constantly. So. With that being said, a little more positive note, we've got the farmers market. We're in the last month, so we got 3 weeks. No, you still got 4 weeks. 4 weeks of farmers market from Friday 4 to 7. Come out. We've got a handful of vendors. We've got produce. We've got some good vendors. We've got several bakers out there scheduled still in for the next couple of weeks. Come out for some produce. And on a final note on the farmers market, I'm always looking for a new farmers market coordinator. I've been in the temporary position for 5 years now, and we look forward to having somebody that take that over and run with that going forward. So that, Mayor, I'm finished.
All right, very good, sir. Thank you. Commissioner Sutherland.
Yeah, I'm not done complaining yet. We have $50,000 that this council appropriated for lead line help with, which is $1,000 per household. You have to own the house. You cannot participate if you don't own the house. And I believe the break-off is $35,000 of income per year. And then at that point, you get the water line replaced. And once you show payment, you get a $1,000 check from the city if you qualify. And I believe I'm pretty close to my stuff here. I could be off a little bit. Mm-hmm. We've been having problems, and I've said this in the past, and I'm going to say it again and again and again until it becomes conversation, because if you want to help somebody, educate them. For instance, if you have a stopped-up sewer, the average price of getting a stopped-up sewer cleaned out is $180 to $225. Some of the companies have cameras. Some of the companies charge you for cleaning out and videoing it, and they also upload it to Facebook to where you can pull it down and show your contractor in case you need a new sewer replaced or you just want to pay to have a section fixed. And they can also tell you how deep your sewer is and where it's at. Does it run under the driveway? Does it run under the porch? There's a lot of education if you get the right company for that $225 to have your sewer looked at. A new sewer costs approximately $6,500 for less than 100 feet and less than 9.5 feet deep, and not having to take any trees down or replace any sidewalks or patios. That's an average price for East Peoria. And if you get a sewer repaired, you could be pushing $6,500 and get 5 foot of an 80-foot sewer replaced. And also let me say this to you, that they quit making clay sewer back in the early 70s. And clay sewer had a life expectancy of 25 years. And there were families that were handed down their sewer excavation business from father to son, etc., until they came out with plastic pipe. And then all of a sudden they were gone. And so if your house has a clay pipe, which is most likely anything older than 1974, 1975. East Peoria just now started getting into allowing plastic pipe to be installed. Your clay pipe is 50 years past due of being replaced. Past due, okay? So if it's fallen apart and somebody didn't hit it with a tractor digging at some point, and it's collapsing and falling apart and allowing roots in, that means that its life is over with. You're done. Same with a water line. If your water line breaks and you wasn't out there digging it or beating on it or anything, sometimes it can break because of the fire department closes a valve off too quick after a fire. It creates what they call water hammering. But to replace a water line in your house, 100 foot or less, and fairly easy hookup on the inside and outside, no major catastrophes, is about $3,500. And so if you patch a water line, the average price to patch a water line is $2,500. So you're patching a 6-inch piece of your water line for $2,500, or you can get up to an 80-foot stretch of water line replaced for $3,500. It's not rocket science, folks. Don't let them rip you off. If you have problems or have questions, make phone calls, ask questions. Don't sign on the dotted line the first person that walks in the door, okay? Thank you. I'm done.
Very good. Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Mingus.
Just one quick item, Your Honor. It's first meeting of the month. Every first meeting of the month, I remind everybody that we do car seat checks, car seat installations at Central House. I didn't write it down, 1 to 4. Should know that time by now. So anybody wants to get their car seat installed or checked can stop by Central House, and our guys will do it for them.
Very good. All right. I have nothing further to add, so I'd seek a motion to adjourn the regular meeting.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we adjourn until Tuesday evening, August 19th, 2025 at 6 p.m.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Decker. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call.
Commissioner Decker?
Aye.
Hill?
Aye.
Mingus?
Aye.
Sutherland?
Aye.
Mayor Call?
Aye.
All present voting, aye, Your Honor.
Thank you. We're adjourned until we meet again.